Tidgney, otherwise known as Martin Grady. I mainly play Gran Turismo, but it's mainly all sorts of racing games, and then on the side a bit of marbles just for a bit of competitive nature with the community.
I'm SkyPikmin. I mainly play racing games too. Recently I've not been able to compete a lot, but I've been playing other games such as Rocket League, Apex and World of Warships. I started gaming when I was young too. Started playing on Sega Mega Drive, was playing Sonic games, and then I turned to the PlayStation 2 and Gran Turismo 4. Since then I've been playing Gran Turismo as many times as I could.
With starting gaming, I started when I was about 7 or 8 years old, literally playing on a PlayStation 1, and it's been mainly racing games throughout. Obviously, I've tried esports in different stuff like StarCraft, Warcraft 3, but it's mainly racing games, and that's what I play now still. So I started creating content back in 2010, I think was my first video. And that was actually, it was made for one person, for World of Warcraft. And literally, they didn't know how to play their character properly. So I was like, oh, I'll just make a video for you. This is how you play it. And then at the time, took off quite massively. So back in then, 20,000 views was huge, and that's what it ended up getting. But then after that, I then tried to become a professional racing driver. And then everyone wanted to know how I did that. Ever since then, 2011, I've been doing racing content ever since, really. And here we are now.
Since I've become a bit more serious, I decided that maybe trying to make some videos, guides to help people. The simple fact that making a guide and seeing that it can help even a few people made me want to do it. So that's basically why I kept on doing some content on Gran Turismo.
So I first heard about Lazarus when two teams came together. So it was F4H came into Lazarus, and that was through friends on GT Sports. And then when I was getting quite serious about Gran Turismo, I wanted some teammates. So I started looking around, and then I approached my friends basically, and then it went from there. And then yeah, been Lazarus ever since.
For me, yeah, it was a bit the same story. After the 2018 World Finals on GT Sport, some friends told me that they were going to join a new team, and the whole project seemed really interesting. And as I was looking for a new team, I decided that it could be a nice try to enter that team. And yeah, since then I'm in Lazarus.
When I look for an esports team or a team in general, one of the big things I find is that there's lots of hidden quirks to certain teams, let's put it that way. And you see some of the contracts and I'm just like, no, not a chance. The one thing that Lazarus is really good with is because I work full time and it's a lot of hours, and sometimes I just, I can't compete as much because of work. That pays the bills. And Lazarus actually, it's not pushy in the slightest. So it's actually really helpful. And then that helps me because then I can be better at whatever I want to do as well, which then helps Lazarus because then your names are out there as well. It's all good. It works in harmony. It's great.
Yeah, I'll join Tidge in saying that we are not pushed to get out content and race in any competition that happens in the racing scene. So that's a really good point, as I'm a student, so I need to work for university and for my degree. The whole team seemed really friendly, and I like the fact that we have multiple teams in multiple games, and sometimes I just go to a game that I don't even play and I watch to support the team.
Never do anything just for money, because literally if you do that just purely for money, it'll just eat at you. I said to myself, pick up on the fun side of YouTube and the content creation, do that and stick at it, and potentially I would be bigger now and be able to do bigger videos, because the whole idea is that if I get more people watching, then I can do that bigger video, that more fun video. I could maybe go on a racetrack and race a car around for a few laps and then put that as a video, and then that's awesome for everybody because everyone experiences that, and then keep building that way. That's one of the biggest things I would say in terms of content creation side, at least.
If I had to talk to my younger self, I would definitely give him some advice on how to become better, faster in the racing community, like in terms of time efficiency. I would say be more serious in the training, watch the other guys, try to learn from them. That's what I would say to my younger self.
So when I'm at live events and I'm competing, I would take a energy drink. Well, I wouldn't have taken an energy drink actually. I'd take a pint of water first, then an energy drink, and then another pint of water. Because the biggest thing that people seem to forget with energy drinks is that they require water to work. Everyone mostly figures that the initial boost is the energy, but it's not. It's just pure sugar. And the caffeine has to have that water to work. So if you do it that way, one energy drink can last you like 5-6 hours. It's great. And I'm really on form when I do that.
For me, I remember in the competitions, just before the start of the event, I just take 5-10 minutes for myself, where I kind of isolate and I listen to some music that pumps me up, I would say. And yeah, that's how I start to focus for the event, and then I try to give 100%.
So my gamer tag is actually my nickname from when I was at high school. I used to be 4'10" or 11, I can't remember now off the top of my head, when I was 16. I'm also ginger, and I used to like playing football and support Liverpool. Now, for the Liverpool fans, back in the day, they'd remember John Arnorisa, who was a defender and played on the wing, which I played on the wing all the time. And people would shout my name, Tidgney Risa, because I was tiny. And then Tidgney came from in the middle of that, and then I've used it ever since.
Well, for me, it's pretty simple, I would say. At first, I had another gamer tag that was also related to Pikmins, the game from Nintendo. And then I wanted to change, so I decided to mix two of the games that I was playing and I was enjoying a lot at that time. So I mixed Skyrim and Pikmins, and that made SkyPikmin, basically.
I suppose, well, it is motor racing actually, to be fair. As in, I like to go watch motor racing. But if you want a really geeky one, I do like model railways as well.
Yeah, same. I like to go out on a track in a car whenever I can. I mean, it's pretty expensive, but whenever I can, I like to do that. Karting, and also learn more stuff about history, and yeah.
Okay, no, I do have one actually. So I was in a race, and literally with about 15 minutes to go, it started raining. Now, people at 10 minutes to go all came in the pits and decided to go on the wets. I was second or third at the time, and then it got to 5 minutes to go, and the track was deadly. So the leader came in the pits, and I was like, okay, well, leader's in, I'm going to stay out now, I've got to risk it. I did one more lap and I was fine, and then I was on the last lap and I was about 35 seconds ahead of the leader. I had to travel about 10-15 miles an hour around the circuit. I was drifting everywhere, hitting puddles. The commentators were absolutely screaming their heads off, not believing it. And I did win. I actually won by like 5 seconds at the end of it. And it took a lot of control and a lot of effort, but I was over the moon with that because that was the riskiest strategy I've ever done.
My favorite racing memory is from the World Finals in 2018 on Gran Turismo. When I got out of the seat and I came back to my other teammate who was not finishing the race, and we watched together my third teammate finishing the race and winning. We could not believe it. Yeah, we were looking at each other like, how? Basically, we weren't really expecting to win. We were expecting to do good, obviously. Winning was something completely different, so yeah.
Audi R8.
Nissan GTR.
Vocal trance.
That's a hard one. I would say rock or electro.
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream, yeah.
Oh, American Pie.
I like action movies and racing movies.
It's not buy, but I would pay off my parents' mortgage.
I'd buy myself a car.
I would say Gran Turismo, but I would also have to say World of Warcraft.
For me, I would say The Last of Us Part 1, because I really enjoyed and I did it multiple times.
The Americans and quite a few nations are already in space and up to no good.
For me, I'd say that One Piece is not that great of an anime.
I've recently hit 30,000 subscribers, so there's a big project going on at the moment. It's a secret. I think there's only one person in the world that knows, never mind. My parents don't know, nobody knows, but that's coming up very soon, so that'll be on the channel, and it should be pretty awesome. I don't think it's been done before, so I'm hoping that does well. And I'll give a shout out to Tink. She knows who she is, and yeah, shout out to anyone who's watched the channel and supported me throughout the years, because it's been 12 years since I actually started YouTube in general, which is actually quite a while in the grand scheme of it. So yeah, shout out to anybody who has supported me.
Well, first, yeah, I want to give a shout out to the whole Lazarus family, everyone involved, all the members, all the pros, all the staff. So thanks to everyone for having me, basically, and for all the pros for the entertainment. Yeah, the big thing coming for me obviously is related to my studies. I have 1 more year to do, and if I'm good enough, I'll be able to become a teacher for primary school kids. So that's my goal now.
Well, my gamer tag is pretty unique, like nobody else has it. So if you look for Tidgney, Tidgney on any platform, it is me. And mainly on YouTube in terms of the videos and streams. And then the more fun and quirky stuff is on Twitch.
Well, my gamer tag on the social medias is LZR SkyPikmin. You can find me under this name on pretty much any social media. I've been more active on Twitter recently, so yeah, that would be my go-to platform.